Okay, welcome back to No Man's Sky, and let's just have a very brief rundown about what refiners are and what they do. So here we have a portable refiner. You may also have a personal refiner in your backpack there, and you can also build a medium and a large refiner. Okay, now the portable one you can pick back up if you really want, and then put it back down again somewhere else. Okay, it just appears as an item in your inventory when you pick it up. Okay, so you need to fuel it with carbon or condensed carbon, and basically what it does is you place one item in and it becomes another item. So let's try oxygen, see if that does anything. Right, oxygen becomes carbon. Alright, I'm going to put it back into my... Is that where I just pulled it from? I have no idea. Yeah. Alright, so you can create a different item from an item. So if I put rusted metal in, for example, it becomes ferrite dust. No idea if I just put that back where it belongs. I did, good. Okay, now the larger ones, so the medium refiner has 2 slots and the large refiner has 3 slots. Now this is useful because let's say I put oxygen along with something else. Oxygen, for example, is a really good way of increasing other things. So let's trying to think of something specific that I know works. Having a bit of a brain dead day, to be honest with you. Let's try ferrite, see what happens. Oh, whoops. I might have pressed start. No, pure ferrite and oxygen just makes rusted metal, which I don't want. Why does that keep starting? Right, so carbon and oxygen combine to make condensed carbon, but instead of just being 1 to 1, so you see how it says 2 to 5, so it'll take 2 carbon and 2 oxygen and create 5 condensed carbon. Whereas if I took the oxygen out, it's 2 to 1, so 2 carbon makes 1 condensed carbon. Now the website has all of the different refiner recipes on it, and some of them are really handy, but it takes a while to learn them all. Right, so oxygen and dihydrogen can make salt, for example, which is quite random. In fact, I don't, off the top of my head, I wouldn't have guessed that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of recipes which I'll run through. Actually, no, there's too many to run through. Just check the website out and you'll see. But yeah, refiners are super helpful, especially when you're trying to make certain items that are not easy to find. And some items, some raw materials I should say, are only available like that. So deuterium, for example, so you process dihydrogen and tritium together to make that. There is no other way of getting deuterium. Right? It's not something you can collect in the wild at all. You can only get it via refining. Okay, and a lot of the other stuff, you're going to find it a lot easier to refine to get it than to go out and find it. Right, and in most cases, the better versions of stuff, so say magnetized ferrite, in most cases, you would just stick some pure ferrite in and it will refine into magnetized ferrite, or stick some pure ferrite with some oxygen in and it will refine into more of it. Ferrite dust should refine into pure ferrite, etc., etc. Everything is going to refine into its better version or back into its previous version. Now it gets more complicated than that, but those are the basics of refining. Again, check out the website with all the refining stuff on it, because if you're not watching this video from there, you are going to learn a lot from it. For example, if I go into my personal refiner, okay, go into my backpack, you notice the residual group, runaway mould, living slime, viscous fluid. Most people don't realise that they actually create a very nice chain of events. So residual goop becomes viscous fluid. Alright, so let's put some viscous fluid in. Alright, which becomes living slime. And then put the living slime in, runaway mould. Put the runaway mould in, nanites. Okay, so this otherwise useless junk materials that you're picking up, refiner makes them actually worth having. So you get 1, 2, 3 and 4 will all refine eventually into nanites. The rusted metal just becomes ferrite dust, which is quite handy, to be fair. And yeah, that's it. That's the basics of refining. Check out the website. That's much more detail on there than I'm talking about in this video. See you in the next video. Bye!